Howdy y'all, how's everyone doing today? I'm the cowboy from the cosmos, welcome back to another risk video. So today, we're gonna be, practicing. What for, you may wonder? Well, in January, from what I've heard, the thunder of war drums is arising, and there's going to be another free-for-all tournament. So you already know I'm gonna be going and showing up as a finalist. You know, pay respects to the people there. I'm kidding, of course. I'm a cocky bastard, don't worry about me. So, I don't quite know what map I want to do yet, but we're going to kind of figure that out. I think I may go for something like, I want something more open, but also something people will play, right? Russia 2010 could be interesting. So, I should explain settings for this match. For today, I've already got them planned. We'll go for a conquest. Is 70% domination progressive. Why 70%? Well, for the coming of this tournament, I want to start practicing things I'm not particularly good at, and, wouldn't you know, 70% is probably my weakest competitive game mode. I can't recall a 70% game I've won in any of the tournaments. So, I should practice 70%, I think, because if I hope to continue myself on the path to free-for-all mastery, that is where my fate lies. So I'll see you all once this lobby fills up. It'll be 6-player as always. And yeah, I'll see you all there. Have a good one. Right on, everyone. We got ourselves a full game here. I had to put one AI in, it wasn't filling up, but I didn't want my people to leave. Hopefully enough of them ready up here that, it's only one AI we're fighting. Expert level, of course, because AI are a joke anyway, but at least there, they don't just do nothing. Sweet, we got everyone in here but one AI. So we're doing just a recap here. World Conquest, I believe, is the name of the map. With 70% progressive cards. If we check over here, actually, you can see all the settings there. 6 turns, auto setup, all that fun stuff. Unranked, because again, the ladder in this game is completely arbitrary and meaningless. So to put any stock inside of its value would be a fool's errand, I would say. So yeah, I'm in a good mood today. Y'all caught me while I'm in a good mood. It's good for you, good for me. Everyone benefits. So yeah, we're just gonna see how that all goes. AI wants this continent. Interesting. Do I care though? Maybe I don't. Oh, I kind of do now that I look at it. Yeah, it has a 4 over there. Okay, well, we'll do this. Then I'm going to put a 1 over. I like that. And then we're going to go over here. And that'll be my first turn. So, of course, the objective of this game mode is to kill people to get enough cards that you can spiral and take 70% of the map. However, you can pull that off, of course. A million different ways to do it. I'm curious how I will try, because obviously I don't know what I'm going to do until we get started here. First few turns, not a whole lot of commentary to give. Our opponents all seem to be doing alright with themselves. Orange is spreading himself out. Very good. So let's look at his stats real quick. So this is Tito Akara, I believe is how you say that. 33 games played, no wins. Unfortunate. But yet somehow has a fastest win? Oh, single player. And slowest win would also be that against single player. That's unfortunate that took him that long. Okay. The first ever, or well, we'll wait. We'll go around in the turn order here. So Orange is making his turn. He's about to be out of time. He made multiple attacks in the first turn. I don't believe that's correct. I think attacking consistently in the early turns of the game is unbeneficial to you for several reasons. Attacking a lot in the early game weakens your forces out unnecessarily, but they also just make it to where you're struggling now to, what's the word? Like come back from the deficit. because later in the game, those few troops that you lose now will really matter on whether or not a player is going to kill you. I know I've definitely been deterred by killing someone by literally a 2-troop difference or so, to where I'm just like, I don't want to have to try and manual that down. And even sometimes I will manual and I'll lose. So those troops really matter, you know? Okay, black has 6 troops there. I'm scared. Please don't go in my 4. That'd be super cool. Okay, he's going into my other 4, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe we can be friends? No. Okay, that sucks. That's a really big hurt early game for me. But you know what? Black's probably fine with that. He doesn't really care. It doesn't hurt him. So he's going to be trying to go for North America. He'll probably have to fight red for that, but we'll see how it goes. It also looks like I'm going to be pinned in between black and orange soon, so I have to be very careful of this. So yeah, I forgot to be checking stats, but General Iguchi over here has 10 to 97, pretty bad ratio, not too afraid of that. General Sale with a pretty bad ratio as well. Actually, I think it's about the same ratio, really. Maybe a little bit better in Iguchi's favor, actually. Then we got General Sirasachi, who has 40 games played, 7 to 27. That's the best ratio of all of our opponents, but that isn't saying much. So let's see what he does here. He already made 1 attack. He doesn't have to make another this turn. So any attacks he makes from here on out were completely optional. Ooh, please hit that 3. That'd be very nice. He hits oranges too. No, is he? He's unsure what he wants to do. He wants to make an attack with that, but he doesn't know where. He ends up deciding on hitting Mr. White. Okay. White attacks with a 4. Has this 5 still here, which is very threatening. So I'm going to have to try and move it out of the way. Yep. Okay, well they do weaken that stack, fortunately. Which makes me confident I could do this and not lose my stack in the next turn. Which is important. I have to try and conserve all the stacks I can. So we're going to go ahead and make our take over here. And then chilling out. White obviously can't match in yet, and it's probably not going to hit a 7 on 6, so even if it puts everything on the 4, it's unlikely I will be hit. Orange has botted out now. Okay. So we've already lost 1 player, but fortunately the bot has moved in a way that is convenient to me, so I can get my 6 out of there and make it more useful. Right? So I now have to try and figure out how I want to maneuver around this situation. Red's being aggressive too. So here's a big mistake I see a lot of people making in the early game of progressive. And actually, Pete recently made a video like 2 days ago, 1 day ago, which was back to basics for progressive. And is him playing classic progressive, which is very similar to this. And he was talking about, and even had a great example on his show, about how a player that spreads himself too thin gets killed really early on, and the player end up dying before they even go to make their second turn. Obviously, that's not a typical result, but it really shows how attacking a lot early game can just get you killed so fast. You don't realize how big of a resource drain that is on you until it's hit you, and then you're fucked, right? So you definitely in the early game want to make very minimal moves, very slow, gradual progression. You don't want to try and bulldoze through everything. Because believe it or not, no matter how big you think is, you're just troops on a board, dude. And you're equally as weak as everyone else. And even if you have an advantage over other players, you're rarely in a situation where you can 2v1, 3v1. So swinging your deck around a bunch and attacking recklessly is just not going to help. Now obviously getting a kill or something, that's, you know, very good. But if you can't establish a kill with all of those attacks you're making, you're just wasting troops. So, That's my tip of the day, I guess you could say. So yeah, I'm here practicing for the tournament. Obviously, this is how I practice for tournaments. There's no real secret strategy to it, if anyone was wondering. It's just me saying, hey, I'm not good at this mode. Let's play it until I am. And then I do. Like, I started playing a lot more Fixed a few months ago, and I've got hooked on Fixed since then. Pete can tell you, every time we're on his stream, I'll be like, let's play Fixed. Because Fixed is just fun. I've found my way of enjoying Fixed. And so I'm much happier now because of it. But yeah, we're just gonna make our very minimal attack. Oh, we lost a troop. That's very, very unfortunate. Okay, well, there we go. Orange Eye adds everything there. That is very good news for me. Goes into Europe. Of course they do. Yes, little AI. There you go. Even attacks red some more. That's very good. So obviously the AI are very aggressive. That's their nature. They want to try and make a decent amount of attacks per turn. I don't obviously know the exact algorithm, but you can guess pretty, like, I can make a lot of educated guesses on what AIs will do in their turn. So usually you can plan for, um, you know, them to make a lot of attacks. The more territories they have, the more attacks they seem to try and make, if they can. But of course, that's situation depending. And it also depends where their armies are located. They're not very good at, what's it called? Like, capturing continents, which is surprising, because they focus continents, but they do it in such an ass-backward way, which is obviously which is obviously to be expected, you know. They're not intelligent to have any foresight whatsoever. They just play each turn off of what the last turn had happen. And even then, half of the player's actions are completely ignored by them. Like, they won't capitalize on a player being weak unless they have, like, 2 territories. They're not going to go ahead and break your continent that's 5 territories away and undefended, because they don't have that kind of ability. But yeah, so right now I'm just trying to figure out where I want my armies to all be positioned for the mid to late game. I'm thinking I like where my 6 is at, and I may want to try and get my 5 down towards Australia more. So I think that's the game plan for this coming turn. Because white seems that it's going to die soon, so if I can capitalize on killing white, that'd be pretty cool. I have a pretty good bid for orange as well, but my problem with orange is that they don't seem they're dying anytime soon. So, you know, it's like, to focus on killing them seems like it's not going to work. Because unless they get their North America territory broken, they're going to be a pain in the ass to kill. And even then, they still have way more territories than white does. Like, way more troops. White's kind of, the AI is kind of left in this position where they just desperately get cards from wherever they can, because they don't have a lot of power anymore. And it's probably a good thing that they don't. Yeah, so like even now the white pot's going to make an attack. It's going to fail it, so it's just going to give up for that turn. And it's going to spread its troops out, so I know there's no way it hits my 6, so I have no obligation to move the 6. Even if it puts everything on the 4, it's not going to do a 7 on 6. But I could put a 7 on 7 and now guarantee that it's not going to hit me, because it could match in, right? That's something you always have to think about, is that the AI will match in early, and they are very prone to do that and just bulldoze something pointlessly. Because even if it makes no sense for the AI to bulldoze something, you know, from a player standpoint, from an AI standpoint, it might make perfect sense. Speaking of which, I'm probably going to leave my 5 where it is, because I don't want the orange AI to hit it. Oh, wildcard's very handy. Do I have a match without the wildcard? I don't yet, but I might on 5 cards, so I'm not particularly worried yet. This is very good though. White's losing a lot of their side territories, and the kill on them is looking to be more and more likely to happen soon. I don't think I'm going to match early to kill white, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll play by ear. White will have 5 cards at a time that everyone else has 3. So, There's a chance. Oh, wow, okay. Red's hitting black. Red's going to war. Red's also weakening green. Interesting. You're both real people. Huh. I'm curious what the logic was behind that move. It's like he just pissed both of them off. In some strange, like, this is what I mean. He's trying to swing his dick around, right? But he doesn't have any more resources than anyone else. The only reason his resources aren't below the, like, average threshold is just because everyone else has been hitting each other as well. And I got hit by black early on, so I lost a lot of shit, right? If I wasn't hit by black early on, I'd actually have the most troops right now. Despite black having... what's it called? Oh wow, black actually fell below me. So now I do have the most troops. Besides orange. Which orange is an AI, so you can really write off their troop count. Unless it's like enormously high. Like unkillably high. Interesting. So everyone's kind of getting close to dying now. Not gonna lie. It's very surprising. So I think what I want to do is move my 5 into position to help kill white now. Green matches early. Okay. Let's see what green does with this earlier match. It's looking to be a whole lot of fuck nothing. Yup. Okay, so green here takes his 8. Hits white. Okay. Yeah, you get it, buddy. Yeah. Good job, man. Can we all clap for green? He's clearly 10 steps ahead of all of us in the tactical genius department. I should honestly just forfeit this tournament. I mean, if I'm gonna have to struggle this hard against a guy with that kind of record, wow. Sorry, maybe that's not that funny, but... you know, now he opened up the AI to attack him too, which I find infinitely funnier. So he gave the AI a card, but also, you know, just opened himself up to being smacked by it, which I just find hilarious. So I kind of want to haul ass away from this AI now. Because, see, the AI will probably match in a 4. And will probably hit me for it too. So, we're just going to go over here. We lost 2 troops. That's incredibly unfortunate. But green can't match anyway. And I need to get the fuck out of there. Orange can know, so I want to stay away from them. Interesting. I kind of wish I tacked up into orange's territory, but I don't think that would have been smart, because again, they could match. So, yep, there's the orange match in. Fortunately, nothing is directed my way. So, white on their turn possibly matches, but if they don't, I'm in a really good spot. Because they'll probably hit my 1 if they're 4. And then that means I can just go and try and kill them. I also do have a match without using my wild card, which is very good news. Because considering how everyone's playing, and how everyone's laid out, it's almost impossible for any one player to kill me. Okay, red's gonna go and bulldoze black some more. So see, this is where we have a weird stalemate where both of them want that continent from like turn 1, and both of them have been making moves since the start of the game to have forces there. But eventually, one of them has to lose, right? So red matched in and crushed black, but black now matches in and just swings back around, right? Right? Does black have a match? He does, yeah. So now he's just going to swing back on red, and red's going to get royally fucked out of the situation. Honestly, if he hits red hard enough, I might just kill red right here now. But we'll see. Red only has 2 cards though, so I don't know if it's that worth it. Really, my biggest hope here is that white doesn't match. Which is unlikely, because it's what, like a 76% odds or something that you have a match? Or like an 84? I don't fucking remember. I know it's some number like that. That you have a match on 4. Basically, you're going to have a match on 4 way more likely than you are not going to. So, you know, take that for what it is. Yeah, and so see, black hits red really hard, because red hit black really hard. You still in the game, pal? You are, wow, that's incredible. You people have some interesting fucking mindset. And yeah, I might very well kill fucking red here, just for those 2 cards. Because it's like, no one's gonna punish me for it, right? Okay, he's hitting black more. Maybe black's the kill? Who knows? They're both pretty weak. But red I have to split for, black I wouldn't. If the AI opens me up anyway. AI matches in, hopefully doesn't hit my 7, that would be most unfortunate. I think they won't though. Especially if they're gonna get their punches in. Oh wow, that's incredibly good luck, yeah. The 4 hitting there is very good for me, and AI even eliminates more of red, basically forcing me to go for the kill now. For I really have no excuse why I wouldn't, right? So, how many troops do we need? Like 8? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's kill this red guy. Yeah, 8 was the right choice. I had to... I was thinking of what would happen if I lost a troop and need to split. Anyway. We're looking pretty good now, eh? Oh, could I kill black right now? 11 versus 10? If I fuck it up, I lose, so there's really no reason to do that. Well, okay. Let's put this 5 over here now. Big chunky army. No one else is probably matching in. I kill black next turn. That looks pretty good. So, what? I have 31% of the map? Okay. It's definitely going to be reduced by the time my turn swings around, which is perfectly okay. I'm not here to win by map dom yet. I'd like to kill as many players as possible. That's another thing you have to do when you're playing to or training for a tournament, is you have to play with the mindset you're killing as many people as possible. Because theoretically you want to get the amount of bounties, as many bounties as you can, right? Obviously in a tournament the competition might be more steep, but same base principle. Oh wow. Okay. Black's a little dumb. You're a little slow there, huh, bud? You could have hit the ones. I would have given you a card. Maybe he thinks maybe it's because he, I don't know, I don't think he's smart enough to think that his card value went down. He would have just not attacked then. I'm gonna kill him anyway. It's for a bounty, right? There's no excuse not to. Which, now I'm curious, does green break the AI? If so, that's basically free damage control without me having to invest any fucking amount of effort into that. Let's see. No, he hits the 4. Okay. See, I think now, like, yeah, that wasn't even a guaranteed 100% shot. He got bit by it. And now he has to do the 3-on-1 rather than the 5-on-1s he has. Okay, he wins that one, though. Nice. Now, do we have a match value using the wild card? We do. So we're going to keep holding on to this wild card, and it's going to keep accruing value as the game goes on. So, yeah. I don't need to add anything to that 15, right? I should just kill everything by itself. Yeah. So I'm just going to focus on killing green with my matching, because I can definitely do that. Yeah, definitely. No question about it. I mean, that 5 might be a pain to reach, but I should be fine. Especially if he moves away. So, let's go here. Matching everything. We should have 4 troops up here. And then 23 there. Now we come down. I don't want to fucking split, so let's do this. It's not like we're going to hit that 70% limit yet. Oh shit, that's right, those don't connect, huh? Well, piss, okay. Damn, that's unfortunate. Well, whatever, we'll kill fucking black. Yeah, I guess we should go this way. Black's out of the game. I don't get the cards to get a guaranteed match, unfortunately, because black decided to suicide all of his stuff. I'm not going to kill this yet, because it probably doesn't make sense to. So instead I'm going to move my big ass army here, where it's a very centralized position. It can basically go anywhere I want it to. The AI almost definitely, though, hits that fucking 1, eh? Please don't hit that one. Oh, you don't. Thank you. Great. So that means white AI can't kill Mr. Green this turn, but Green's probably going to match anyway, so, you know. I'm untouchable, though. I'm so strong now, Green cannot possibly kill me even if I'm matching, so I don't really care. He doesn't match in, though, so what does he hit? Please don't tell me you hit the 4-man. Please hit one of those 3s at least. I don't think 8 on 4 is guaranteed. Yeah, okay, that was guaranteed. The 6 on 1, are you gonna do that? You are. So he breaks the AI. Honestly, in this situation, robbing the AI of some troops is maybe smart, but the AI could match on 3 to bite you in the ass. If anything, I would head up into Europe over there. I would have taken my army. Obviously, the game's already over for him anyway, but you know, that at least prevents you from dying to the AI's hands. So, taking a lot of territories versus the AI is probably the best option you have. I wouldn't open up the other 4 though, because the AI is probably not coordinated enough to use both their armies separately to achieve everything they need. The AI does not match in on their turn. Okay. So the odds he dies are very low, but he could still die. Let's see, does the 4 and the 3 kill his 1? They do, wow. I mean, you can't die to the AI, but I meant like die out of that area. So that's very unfortunate for him. So I'm going to match in again. Let me calculate everything I'll need here. Well, I don't really need to calculate it. I already know. So I just do this. And then we just kill that. Yeah. I'm trying to avoid hitting as many pointless territories as I can, so that's why I'm not utilizing the 19, if you're wondering. Because that would hit more territories, making me hit that 70% limit sooner. But, you know, theoretically this way I should be able to get the 70% without hitting the 70% limit. I should get the elim. I should be able to get it, yeah. I'm just checking here, I want to make sure. 61% we're close, but we'll be fine, I think. And we do. So, this game we got all 4 elims, and you know, of course we can't get the 5th one. It's not possible because 70% limit exists. So instead we're just going to kind of, you know, waltz there, and that's the game. Obviously, this isn't as skillful opponents as you'll find in a tournament, usually. Obviously, there's some exceptions to that rule. Tournaments aren't always just elite players, but I think that was fun. I don't know. Hopefully next time I'll get better opponents, but either way, maybe it's made for good content. Maybe you guys can kind of see the mindsets you want to try and adopt to win at 70% Dom Progressive. This works for World Dom too. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one, people.